North Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, with 3 locations to serve you. Baxter Regional Medical Center lobby, Highway 62 412 at Balmer Boulevard, and the Walmart East Plaza. And now, down on the corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It's Friday.
Woo-hoo.
Cheer over here. Come on, cheer. Yahoo.
Just 2 more days to work this week.
All you get out is Baba's.
2 more days to work this week.
It's Friday, October
Sunday starts
4th.
another one.
You get 2 more days. Yay!
It's Friday, October 4th, 2019. It's 7 a.m. Welcome down on the corner program. Dale Hoffman, your host, along with Bob Recktenwald and Scooter Callis. Hope everybody is doing good today on this wonderfully cool Friday morning.
I'm good. I'm always good.
Oh, man. So nice outside.
It is.
It's all
Nice
the
and
windows
cooler
open,
this
turn
morning.
the fans on. Oh, it's so nice outside.
You know, I was a little shocked. You know, we went down to by Russellville, Dover there, and of course Dover, their temperature hadn't dropped yet, so they had a
Pretty
92-degree day, and yeah, it was still hot and everything and humid because they had that thunderstorm that was coming through just south of there. So I didn't get away from it yesterday, but it was a nice shock when we got back to Mountain Home.
It was still warm last night, but this morning.
Just remember the beautiful drive.
We're not bringing up this drive because there is just no easy way to get there.
But stop. Just remember, you have to take the same drive again tomorrow morning at 6.
Rub it in.
Watch your mouth.
You don't like me at all, do you?
Are you feeling the love this morning?
No, I'm not.
Down on the Corner is brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee.
Screw, you may start drinking some Brewed Awakening coffee. Have Dale make you up a thermos full and take it with you tomorrow because you have been running the road.
There you go. He'll keep me awake, that's for sure.
Hey, you fall asleep Monday.
Well, if you run out of gas.
Monday morning, clonk, hit his head on the table directing. Down on the Corner is brought to you by Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. 3 locations to serve you, as you heard in the introduction. We've got Balmer Boulevard, which will be getting busy this time of day at 7:02 in the morning. Then we have Baxter Regional Lobby and 62 East Plaza out by Anytime Fitness. Mike and his staff do a great job of serving you the best coffee in town. Mochas, lattes, black coffee, good old regular stuff, high octane, 93 octane plus. That's what I've got here. And so come by and enjoy the best coffee in town. Have coffee with us sometime right here.
What'd you say the octane was?
93.
Midway Airport called us, said they want their jet fuel back.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's done blew 93 octane out of the water. Don't tone it down like
103. Pour that more Hemi engine and see what it does.
I think it's closer to the jet fuel.
There you go. Check out Brewed Awakening Coffee, the best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day across the state. 29 Roller Funeral Homes to serve you, with 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. Right here in Mountain Home, talk to Brad, Charlotte, Bruce, Chris. Anybody there can help you. They know exactly what to do, and they'll meet your needs. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes. Very professional, caring, loving. Can't say enough good things about the Roller Funeral Home people.
How long have they been here?
Oh, goodness.
A long
50s?
time.
Oh, at
50s
least.
maybe?
Well, I think the old, didn't they have the old chapel, well, where the courthouse complex, that was the Roller Funeral Home for a while. Down on 6th Street,
Right.
the old First Baptist Church.
Right.
You got that street, and then that was Roller back in the 70s. Wasn't it?
I just don't remember. I'm trying to remember when they moved into the big facility that they're at now.
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know.
I have to look that up.
It's a good puzzling question.
Might have to pull in a phone call.
That's a good
See if I know that by Monday.
There you go. Roller Funeral Homes, with all our respect, they bring the morning prayer each and every day. So let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, once again, just a prayer to say thank you. The cooler temperatures this morning makes me more anxious for the fall season. I'm looking forward to the fall colors. I just want to say thank you for blessing us with a beautiful place to live, the lakes, the rivers, the wildlife. Lord, we're truly blessed, and I say thank you. Lord, sometimes we complain about things when in reality things are really good. Help us to always see your blessings and to say thank you instead of complaining. And once again, thank you for your blessings. It's my prayer today. Amen. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring the morning prayer each and every day. With all our respect, Roller Funeral Homes.
All right.
Here it comes.
The horn's probably a little tired.
You want the duck call?
Da, da, da. It's not bad. That must be adrenaline still going.
He snuck some coffee.
Okie dokie.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Buying, selling, need some property, whatever it may be, Arkansas or Missouri. In Arkansas, from Mountain Home to Melbourne to Marshall to Mountain View up into Missouri, they'll handle it all the way across the state line for you. That's why they have the team set up, the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Check it out at retiretoarkansas.net. And that's where we find a beautiful
dark
sunrise.
This morning, though, but yeah.
A beautiful sunrise over Cotter, Arkansas, looking at the White River. Cameras in Marion County, Arkansas, looking into Baxter County on the other side of the river. The 62-412 bridge, you really can't see right now. It's a little bit dark, but it's on the left side of the screen. The horizon to the right would be the city of Mountain Home. And
it's amazing how bright the sky is and how dark it is below.
It is. It really is.
Linda's done a good job keeping the cobwebs off this morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has. She's been working hard every morning. She goes out and cleans that for us.
Wow. Very nice. The morning view of the White River, brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Once again, for all your real estate needs, 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. And so, morning weather. Look at this. 55 in Mountain Home, 57 in Flippin, 54 at Harrison, 57 in Yellville, 52 in Salem, 55 in Calico Rock, Mountain View, Arkansas, 63 around the region. St. Louis at 54, Poplar Bluff at 56, West Plains 52, 54 in Branson, and 39 in Watford City, North Dakota. To put that in contrast, going north 1,300 miles. Taking a look at the radar, we always have to refresh it when we leave the page, so we'll take another look and reset here. This one map I can't always reset. You have to reset every time. So we have showers in Kansas, parts of Oklahoma, Texas, back into New Mexico, down into Texas. A little bit in Arkansas showing up in the southwest part of the state. But that's your, your regional radar. Some shower activity in Louisiana and Mississippi. So I'll zoom in on Arkansas. We'll take a look at what's going on here. And try to get a tight shot. From Arkadelphia to Hope to Camden to Nashville, Arkansas, we have some shower activity back to DeQueen and just northwest of Texarkana. The northern part of the state's not being affected. 62-412 east and west is clear at this time. Highway 65 Little Rock to Branson. 67-167 Little Rock to Batesville and Poplar Bluff, Missouri is in good shape, as well as your interstates 30, which has some rain showers on it down here around Arkadelphia towards Texarkana. Going to be some showers down there. Other than that, 40, 49, 55, 555, we're all clear at this time. It's not showing 555 on this map. And so, in Missouri, we'll just scroll up a little bit. We have some showers moving into the western part of the state near Nevada, Missouri. That's near I-49. I-70 coming into St. Louis across the state looks good. Then I-70 east towards Vandalia, Effingham, Illinois. I-64 East St. Louis, Illinois, east to Mount Vernon in good shape. You got I-55 and I-44 coming in with no shower activity at all right now at all. Looks like it's pretty good, but we're going to have some rain, I think, coming in tomorrow, they're saying. Watch us in the morning. See what we have.
Don't say that.
Huh?
Don't say that.
Oh, yeah, he's got to work. Don't you feel sorry for him?
Oh, yeah.
See the tear
After his comments, I feel really bad for him.
He's all plumb tore up about it.
Yeah, I'm all upset.
Frost advisory in northeast Nebraska and west central Idaho and southeast South Dakota. Fog in northern Texas. A little bit of a flood watch box there in Kansas. Some fog in Georgia. Other than that, it looks like it's getting cold in New England and Michigan. They can have it. You know, this is perfect temperatures out here for us. 7-day forecast. High today 76 with bright sunshiny skies. Low tonight 55. Saturday, we have mostly sunny, then slight chance of thunder showers in the afternoon, high of 83. Saturday night, low of 60. Sunday, 60% chance of showers, continues to a 40% chance throughout the day. Look at that low right there, 49.
Gee.
71 on Monday, 70 on Tuesday. So there it is. Pollen count for today is a 4.6, low to medium. Tomorrow, 4.2, a little bit of a drop right there. And all you allergy sufferers, you got a little bit of a break. Yesterday was 1.6.
No nettles.
No nettles. We got ragweed. That's it right now.
Yeah. Oh, chinnopods are gone?
Yeah, those little chinnopods and little
Oh,
rascals.
we're down to ragweed. That's it. I can deal with ragweed.
There
It's
you
those
go.
chinnopods and nettles that will get you.
Yep. And this came as a surprise. They updated the drought monitor. We'll take a look at Arkansas. Baxter County, Marion County, Sharp County, Izard County is in the abnormally dry situation right now, as well as the eastern part of the state and the southern part of the state. Mainly to the south of the Arkansas River, there's quite a bit of dryness down there. We have a D2 severe drought in the southern tier of counties, a moderate drought in the lighter brown that would be these areas right in here, and then this is the abnormally dry just south of the river. And so Baxter County, Izard County, Stone County, Marion County with some drought situations now in the state of Arkansas. For Missouri, they've enhanced it a little bit. It's a little bit drier along the Mississippi River from around Jackson, Cape Girardeau area. Now this is Ozark County right here. Should be what, Douglas or Taney, and Howell, Oregon, Ripley, and Butler over in that area. But they've removed the boot hill, most of the boot hill around Kennett and Zenith are now not in that. And so southeast Missouri with some abnormally dry temperatures, and that's not good. So they had a hard time getting the crops in and went through there, in April, and they still hadn't turned some of the fields because they had some of the plant. That's big cotton country down here in the extreme southern tip down here. They hadn't cut the fields yet, so hopefully the crops are doing good over there. So, and that country over there is just as flat as around Kennett. All right, morning weather is brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retireto-arkansas.net. And give them a call. They can help you with buying, selling, need some property, Arkansas or Missouri. The Z-Team. Community calendar. Where's that old time logo? There it is.
It's coming. I was waiting for you to get to
I
it.
went by yesterday and I had some cherry cobbler.
Oh, that's some good stuff. Cherry's my favorite.
Oh my
to talk
goodness.
about cobbler.
Let me tell you. So I was sitting there at my usual table by my buddy the gorilla.
Now it makes sense because you keep talking about your buddy, and I'm thinking, who in the world? And now it's making sense. So,
Well, you don't have to worry about him talking back.
yeah, he's good at listening.
So the lady to the table just next to the cash area, she ordered one, and then some folks on the other side of the room says, "What was that you had to eat? It looked so good." I said, "It was."
And you shared yours with your buddy the gorilla?
No, I ate it
Not
by
even
myself.
a bite
thank you.
or two. God.
I'm not going to share that thing with anybody. No. Community calendar brought to you by Old Time Restaurant on the Square. Best lunch, best breakfast in town, Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11. Special today, Scooter.
Steak day. It's Friday. It's steak day. You get a marinated sirloin steak. You can cut with a butter knife. Eggs, hash browns, biscuit, and gravy, all for $8.88. Can't beat it. Or for lunch, Kimmy's went ahead and ordered in some of those half-pound hot dogs. We had a demand. People are asking to get them back, so we are running them as a special today. It is a full half-pound hot dog, one of the biggest hot dogs you'll ever see. They're over a foot long. They are huge. Get whatever you want on the toppings. As far as you like chili dog, you can get chili on it. You can get cheese and grilled onions, which is what I like. Wife likes sauerkraut. However you want it. Comes with the order of fries. It's only $6.88. It's a great deal.
Sounds good to me. You're invited to the Van Meter Senior Center, 1101 Spring Street on October 18th. Doors open at 5:30, and this will be a salad chili with all the trimmings fundraiser, $10 adults, $5 for kids 12 and under. Tickets are available at in advance. Doors open 5:30. The event ends at 9 o'clock. This is karaoke and dinner. Scooter and Bob are going to be down there doing karaoke.
Yeah.
They're going to be singing
Scooter and Bob won't even be down there to eat dinner because we'll be on top of the press box doing a football game.
Oh, that's right. It's a Friday.
No.
No, not going to happen, right?
Won't be there.
The Glad Garden Club of Mountain Home meets today at 10 o'clock at the Baxter County Courthouse. Horticultural students from Mountain Home High School will participate in a gardening youth project sponsored by the Glad Garden Club. And this meeting is today, starting at 10 a.m. at the courthouse in Mountain Home. Monthly fish fry of the VFW Post 1341 in Bull Shoals holds its monthly catfish dinner Friday, October 4th at the Post Hall, 1206 Highway 178. It is $9 to eat in or take out. You got catfish, baked potato, french fries, hush puppies. Sounds so good. Coleslaw, bread, dessert.
So which one of those two are you going to?
Yeah. Which one of those two you going to?
Both, because they're on separate days.
Fish Friday. All right, what you got?
Well, we got sports we'll be talking about later, so we'll kind of bring some of that up. So I think we're pretty good.
The OFA is doing a
there you go.
spaghetti dinner on the 18th also.
That's
Really?
right.
What time?
I have to get back to you on that.
Well,
Not sure what time.
You can buy tickets. They're
$6 a piece.
Ticket.
Get a hold of any of the football coaches or James Binion from the Bucks County Sheriff's Office. Any board member that you might know can help you with some tickets. And we'll talk more about it Monday.
All right. Well, I'm going to take a break and go eat breakfast. You guys can have it. Oh, Bob's going to be right back after this.
Are you ready for some football? Hometown TV is back with live football and the game of the week. Friday night, area high school football with announcer Bob Recktenwald, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Visit hometowntv.net for schedule and show times. Plus, watch instant replay live from your mobile device, whether at the game or not, right here on K26 and XL7.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with a pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
It's Friday sports.
It is.
Now we were Monday morning sports with Bob Recktenwald, but now we've changed it to Friday. We don't have a name for it
Friday
yet.
morning sports.
Friday morning sports.
That's how I just changed Monday to Friday. We're good.
Yeah.
Call it what it is.
You're a
Friday
simple
morning.
man there, Scooter.
Yeah.
Drive much? This morning we've got head football coach for Mountain Home Bombers, Bryan Mattox. Coach, let's talk a little bit about the underclassmen, what they've had going on. I know we saw a B team beat Harrison Monday for the 7th grade. That was pretty nice. The 7th grade first string, or whatever they happen to call that these days.
Right.
I didn't fare so well against Harrison, but Harrison had some size to him Monday.
Harrison has, they have a run right now of some pretty good groups coming through the program. They're 7th graders. I was impressed. I saw them over at Harrison earlier in the year, and then again Monday night at home. And yeah, they've got some size and some kids that can run. And our 7th graders are getting better every week. I think that they've run into some pretty good teams. But they've got some kids that can run the ball, and I think defensively they've gotten better and better and better, and hung around against a very good team. But that Harrison 7th grade group's, from what I understand, is even beating some of those 7A schools out there in the West.
Is that right?
Yes, sir. So that's a good group, and good to get them at home. We have so few home games that getting to play at Bomber Stadium is big for our kids, I think, and it was good to get a home game out of that.
The 8th grade squad is. We haven't had 8th grade home game yet that I've seen, and I don't miss very many.
They are the Road Warriors, and that's not going to change anytime soon. They are just driving all over the place. And we've talked about this before. We call everywhere within like a 3-4 hour radius. We even started calling Pine Bluff, Texarkana last year in off season, trying to get junior high football games. And everybody's in a conference but us. The AAA does not mandate. They do not tell you what conference you're going to be in junior high, and so you're just on your own trying to get into a conference. Well, nobody's going to let Mountain Home into a conference if they don't have to because of the travel, and so basically we're trying to find anybody that's in a conference where there's an off week, and it's tough. And then you got to of that pool of teams, you got to find ones that are willing to travel up here.
Right.
So basically, what we get is, Coach, we'll play you, but we're not coming up there. And so our decision is don't play at all or travel. And but anyway, so the 8th graders have been on the road quite a bit. We've been over to Greene County Tech, which was a nice drive, and they're going over to Huntsville on Monday. Yellville's going to bring a squad over the very next day on Tuesday. Kind of like a B game there.
They're coming here.
They're coming here on Tuesday, and then next Thursday there will be a blue-white scrimmage at Bomber Stadium just to get the kids out there in a game atmosphere at home. So it'll be a busy week for our 8th graders. They've had a good year so far. They've played really well, and they've got some great ball carriers and some great linemen, and it's been fun to watch them. They've won some games.
The parents I've been around your program forever, and I get a lot of questions from parents and grandparents nowadays. It seems that, well, why is it this way and why is it that way, and why can't they do this a little bit quicker? What I always tell them is, you've got to understand, these coaches start negotiating teams to play right now for next year and the year after.
Yes, I had a conversation yesterday.
And the parents just don't understand. They think that it's beginning of school year, they rush up and put this schedule together, and these are the only things that's left. No, it happens. This starts now for 2 seasons from now, and they try to fill in the blanks the best they can. So if you want to have a complaint, it's not toward the coaches, and it's not towards the administration of Mountain Home. It's the fact that what you said a moment ago, the AAA does not force these teams to be in a conference for junior high. And these teams are gathering whatever they can to make their own conferences up.
You're exactly right on all of that. And the thing of it is, we get comments every so often. I mean, I have to be careful that I'm not too early, too forward when I make phone calls. And Coach Taylor at the junior high and Coach Pink at 7th grade, Coach Husky, you know, I've gotten that a few times. As, Coach, you're scheduling already? I mean, there literally is nothing else we could do. We even have offered to pay for meals for the trip to get them to come up here. I mean, it's which we obviously no one's doing that.
We're a huge school on an island of our own.
Yes,
and we can't get anybody to cross the river.
Correct.
I mean, that's just the way it is.
It is what it is. Yes,
it is. And
I've called the AAA multiple times. Steve Roberts, I think, has finally just said, Bryan, stop calling. But I feel like that's my job about this very topic with our junior high and our 7th grade and getting them in a conference. You know, to me, I consider that fighting for the kids.
Sure.
And so they're going to keep hearing from me.
Yeah, and the parents are going to whine and cry and complain about the travel, but it's exactly what you said. Either we travel or we don't play.
That's the two choices are that.
And what kind of program can we have in the high school if we don't play these kids somewhere, 7th, 8th, and 9th grade?
Right. They need to be playing. They need to develop. And, you know, you can look at it. We try to find as many games close to home as we can. You know, if it's playing Harrison twice as opposed to playing Harrison once and then driving to, you know, Pine Bluff or El Dorado or wherever. El Dorado meets us in Maumelle every year. They do it because they want their kids to learn to make those long road trips for playoffs in high school and whatever it is. And so we're fortunate to have them. But we even lost West Plains, Missouri, because Missouri restructured their conferences. So we lost them in 9th grade in JV. And so that was a big blow.
And these parents that have just moved in here and they've got kids that are playing, they don't understand this travel, because if you're from up north, your furthest trip's 45 minutes away.
That's the other thing. I don't know if you guys remember Jeff Bowerman that used to coach here, but he left and went to Van Buren, and it was the next year we were driving home from Marion, and he just sent us a text and said, just letting you know, laundry's put up, the film's broke down, I'm heading home. And there we are. We're not even back to the field house yet. Most, 15-minute, if you think about the 7A West,
right?
How many of those trips are 15 minutes? And here we are driving, sometimes 3 hours and 45 minutes.
Sure.
So.
I got to give props, though, for the parents because we have them showing up at the games. There's times
even on the Thursday night junior high games.
Yes, that are way out of town in these long trips, and there's times that we have got more parents than the home team does on that other side.
Right.
And I will tell you, we have the loudest supporting parents there is anywhere.
That's you and Monkey and your wife. Yeah, there's no bullhorn needed.
No intercom needed. No, we can do our own announcing. We're fine.
That's what I was going to say a little bit about that. We XL7 went on the road with you guys to Nettleton, and which is not something we normally do, but we wanted to get those 5 games in on television for Mountain Home. So we picked Nettleton, and our crowd on the visiting side was great. We had a great crowd over there.
I was really that means a lot to those kids too, guys.
Does.
It's
And what I'm afraid of is, which I hope is totally nothing warranted to be afraid of, how is our crowd going to be when we have to travel to Greenwood and Siloam Springs and
Lake Hamilton?
Yeah. Siloam Springs is what, 5 minutes from the Oklahoma border?
Yeah.
Like it's right there.
Yes. I've been over there a few times.
Yeah. My daughter went to college at John Brown, so Tina and I used to make that trip quite often. But that's a heck of a trip for Friday night. But they'll do it. The parents will do it. We've seen it in the last 30 years. I've watched it happen. The parents will be there to support their kids. Yep. With that said, is there any way to get some junior high games out of the new conference? Is that happening any better, or is it still the same problem?
Right now, it's still the same problem. We are, I've had some emergency backup plans in mind if the new cycle, which is the one coming up, didn't result in us getting in a conference. I don't really want to fully talk about those just yet.
Sure.
In case they fall through, but we'll see. We've been on a mission now for 2 years to find a junior high football conference and for a 7th grade football conference. It's tough. It really is not getting. we want to build the football program. Well, you want to build tradition. You want to build some rivalries in 7th grade and junior high, have something to play for, a conference championship or whatever it is, and get the kids excited about that. Right now they're just playing for, their goal, maybe record oriented or whatever it is. But there's everybody you look at is playing for some type of conference championship and has those rivalries, teams they play every single year. And, so we need that desperately, for sure.
7:30, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back to Coach Bryan Mattox. We'll talk some more Bomber football.
Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today.
I was involved in a wreck on the interstate. A friend and I was rear-ended by a drunk driver, and I was in excruciating pain. I started the chiropractor care along with the massage therapy, and it has totally transformed my world. With God's help and the help of them, I've totally got my life back together, and I'm free of pain medicine, and I'm so grateful that I am where I need to be today.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrubs stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands, including Carhartt, Vera Bradley, Urbane, and Grey's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Skechers, Nursemates, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractables, compression socks, paramedic VDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, and minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
We're back with Coach Bryan Mattox, Mountain Home High School Bomber head football coach. Coach, tonight the Pine Bluff Zebras make the trip to Mountain Home. The 12th man in this game is the travel.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Finally, we get to be home and rested up. And
It's been a while since we've been at home. I'm hoping they don't like the trip. That is a long ways. Obviously, we made the trip last year, and it definitely the 12th man, these road trips. Everybody, when we go to these conference meetings with these other coaches, they all just complain.
That's got to be a 4-hour trip in a bus.
It is. It is every bit of 4 hours in the school bus, no doubt. And a lot of those schools, they'll make extra stops because their kids aren't used to the curves and all of that, and so they leave school earlier, and it just gets them totally out of their routine. And so you hope for that every time. You hope that there's some bus lag, so to speak. So
you don't hope any ill will, but it's they'll be tired when they get here.
Yes, absolutely. We and they're, Pine Bluff's got they've got a good football team. I've had a lot of people say, well, they're down, they're 1-3, and so they're not as good as they've been, and
they've
and
had
all
a coaching change also this
had
year.
a coaching change, and they're adapting to that, and all, and I've just heard it all week, and I'm sitting there going, okay, I'm watching them on film.
Yeah.
They're still a pretty good team.
Yeah.
They've lost to a couple of 7A schools, in Cabot and Springdale Harbor, which are two very good programs in 7A, and they lost the big rivalry game with Watson Chapel, but it was just back and forth, and they finally got Sylvan Hills last week, and so they come in here 1-3, and do I think maybe they've not their best squad they've had? Probably not, but they're still a very good football team with a lot of good players.
And we're in no position to overlook anybody.
Absolutely not. Nope. You got to respect every opponent you play, and but at the same time, don't fear anybody. And we've really been focusing on the latter there this year. There's no fear. Let's start walking out there with the belief that we can win. And I've been really proud of the kids this year that every time we've walked out there, I don't know about that Harrison game. But outside of that night, I can guarantee you they walked out there with the belief they can win the game.
Mm-hmm.
In Jonesboro last week, there they are. They're the third-ranked team in the state. Coach Coleman, their head coach, had told me, he said, this is the best defense I've had, best defensive line in the state, in his opinion, a lot of people's opinion. And, we're up 7-6 after the first quarter at their place. That
has to feel good.
That felt, it's been a long time, I think, since we've done something like that. They, and our kids are just battling. The time of possession was there. We end up losing 32-7, but we really break down the situation, just drive by drive, and we convert one more first down there at the end of the first half. They don't get the ball back. It's 18-7, and literally there was two possessions where we were a yard or two short of that first down. I mean, it's not that far of a stretch. And so I'll come back to that point. We go on a 9-minute drive to start the second half. Just imagine if that was to get within 4 against the number 3 team in the state. That's how far I think that gap is closed. Mm-hmm. Last year, the clock's running at halftime. It wasn't close from the get-go. And so we really believe we've closed the gap. And Jonesboro's a better football team this year than they were last year. It's not like they've dropped. So we feel like we have improved every week. I'm very confident that.
But we haven't visited for a while. Let's go back and talk about the Nettleton game for a minute.
You bet.
That was a bit of surprise for everybody.
Sure. Everybody but us. Everybody but us inside those walls in the football program. I promise you, we got on that bus on a mission. We knew it. The coaches knew it. The kids knew it. We made some offensive adjustments that the kids really liked and took to. They're still just, coach, can we keep building off that? And so just the confidence they showed all week in practice I hadn't seen it since I'd been the head coach.
But you made some major changes the week prior during your off week.
Yes. And, it just had some time to work some things out. But the defense played really well. We had, the time of possession, we absolutely dominated time of possession and outgained them in total offense, 120-some yards more than they did. We scored, had one called back on a bogus call. We recovered an onside kick coming out of halftime that we feel, even after watching film, we should have been awarded.
We watched it about 8 times on TV.
Yeah. We beat them in every facet but the scoreboard, unfortunately. But outplayed them, and that was the fun part. The kids, we were more physical, mm-hmm. and it was really the first time this year where I thought we took it to our opponent physically, and it was fun to watch them on film. They were backing off. They were starting to kind of hide a little bit, and I hadn't seen that, and it was fun to watch. We've come a long way. We've got to continue to grow. We're not there yet, obviously, but we have said from the beginning we're going to get better every single day, and it may seem small at first. But over time, that's going to turn into a big improvement.
Yeah, and you can see a huge difference between the core team of this year versus the team we had last year.
Right. And we were pretty young last year too.
Right, and that's what I mean. The core team you have this year was 3/4 of the team you had last year because of the age and the way they moved up. Everybody wants to talk wins and losses. That's good. Records mean a lot of things. There's no really such thing as a moral victory, but there's a feel-good victory.
Yes, sir.
And when you can run up 7-0 at the end of the first quarter against number 3 team in the state, that's a feel-good victory.
Yes, it is.
And those boys feel that. They know it. They say, hey, look, we did this. We accomplished that. And the proudest thing that I am, and I'm not afraid to say it sitting right here, they didn't get mercy ruled.
Yes, sir.
They didn't get mercy
Yes, sir.
ruled. And to me, that's a positive victory.
Well, and I feel like when you're trying to improve, and we've started as low as we have, and that's when we first, I felt like when I first started that things weren't in great shape. I'm not trying to go too far down that road there, but the long way to go. You look up at a very tall mountain. That's what I'm trying to say. At the beginning, the way you measure success has to be in those things. Over time, you want to get to where, sure, let's measure that thing on the win-loss record.
Yeah.
And I feel like we're trying to transition to that. But, I'll give you another one. We played Jonesboro couldn't pull those starters because of that. So we're playing their starters in the second half as well. And
those boys aren't used to that.
No. And it was a 7-0 half in their favor. It was a very tight ball game. And so that's another thing. We talked about that at halftime, is whether we come back and win this thing or not, it's 0-0 right now. What can we do in the second half? And it's been very important that we set those mini goals even within game night, because it's a great opportunity to get better. And,
win it by quarters.
Yes. And there was a fourth and 9 there in the fourth quarter with about 8 minutes to go on our own end of the field. And if you look up at the scoreboard, you go, okay, you go for that there, don't you? I mean, you're behind, so what do you have to lose? And we kept the bigger picture in mind. We punted. And we as soon as we punted it, we called it, after the punt, we called a timeout, called everybody in and said, remember, the goal of this half is to win this half. We're only down 7. Get a stop, and let's go to, and the kids I'm really proud of our kids. There was no quit in them at all. They just absolutely fought. And our senior leadership right now is incredible. There is a great environment right now in our locker room, and it's fun to watch.
Suffered an injury?
We did. Bryce McKay, who we all know is, he's one of the most gifted kids I've coached. He just athletically, he's a 4.5 40. His pro agility is incredible, and you give him the ball, good things happen. Heck of a free safety. He led us in tackles, and what we thought was a high ankle sprain throughout the weekend, and they found some torn ligaments in there, some torn tendons in there, and so he had to have surgery. Unfortunately, I don't think we get him back this year. I know there's different recovery times, and I guess if we were to make the playoffs, maybe there's a small chance. Now, I say that I haven't had a chance to visit with Walt or Amy or any hear anything from the medical people yet on if that's even realistic. So don't quote me on the time frame. And I also know he's very important to the baseball team. And Bryce will tell you, and I respect this about him. He's baseball first. He loves football, and but he's also got he's got a future, I believe, and so. There's that too, is making sure we're taking care of his future.
Sure. Any other injuries that we suffered Friday?
Knock on wood, we're healthy. Nothing new. Case Duran is a senior, and he's a leader for us. He's out with a shoulder, and outside of that, we're healthy. We have everybody back, and Gage Hirschberger, we're still keeping an eye on with just really, it's been a weird deal with his neck, but just some muscle issues in there, nothing major, but it's very, very painful, and he's had a good week of practice, and we need him. We were, at Nettleton, it was thunder and lightning, it was Gage and Bryce, and that's the other thing about that Jonesboro game. We played 3 quarters without thunder or lightning because Gage didn't play at all, and so.
Will he play tonight?
Gage will play tonight, absolutely.
Okay. And Stockton will back in for quarterback?
Stockton's back in, yes, sir, at quarterback. And, with more of the double wing, it's really kind of a wing T type offense. You really need a leader. You need a game manager, a guy who can throw hit a couple of play action passes, get you in and out of the right place, things like that. He's worked his tail off all summer and just kind of directing the offense. And so he's playing both sides of the ball, which is really hard. Mm-hmm. And we don't want to do that. It's just we feel like we need to right now. But yes, Lawson will be in there at quarterback. I thought Blake Pope, senior, got out there against Jonesboro and hit it in there as a fullback. He's done a great job. Obviously Tatum Bashir's pick 6 on defense. He's got 2 defensive touchdowns this year for us, and he also plays some fullback. And Brock Boget will be out there at fullback. You'll hear their names a lot. Will Gross rejoined us. He played through 8th grade and then left the program.
That, yeah.
And, he is from the day he walked out there has stood out, and he's a good athlete, and so he's getting some carries. Logan Walker, really impressed with the way Logan returned kicks last week.
Junior or sophomore?
Yeah, he's a junior.
Junior.
And the way he ran the ball, he went in there for Gage and ran the ball hard, especially in the second half. Really, really proud of him. And Hunter Price, those are some names you'll hear carrying the football tonight. And Dylan Pausch, Dawson Tabor at tight end are a big part of the play action game. So hopefully you'll see them get some catches. And saying a lot of names you'll hear on defense too. But kids are every week, day by day, they've gotten better. And we're going to walk into the Pine Bluff game. Hootens has them by 7. That's the first time I remember Hootens not having them by 35 or 40.
Right.
And so that tells you they've taken notice too. We believe we can win the game. And I have not been able to say that about a Pine Bluff, about a Jonesboro. And this is 2 weeks in a row. We played Jonesboro last week, Pine Bluff. And I believe our kids, forget what I think, I believe our kids believe they can win. And
when they start believing it,
yes, sir,
is when it matters.
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you what, there's been, you can laugh at me, every Bible study I've been a part of has been David and Goliath. And I'm not seeking them out. It just seems to be what's there. And, I always believed in it, through God, anything's possible. And I believe in these kids. These kids believe in themselves. And it's a fun atmosphere. For us being 0-4, you wouldn't think it, being in that field house. And we've got some absolutely first-class kids to work with. And I mean that sincerely. They're not complaining. They're not getting down. They're not letting the circumstances manipulate their character. They are just every day getting after it. And it's fun to be around them. Good things right now.
Take our 7:45 break. We'll come back. Coach Mattox, we're going to wrap up with him, and we'll be right back.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right product. Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. There she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox, safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. 4-wheel suspension, handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work and deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
Are you ready for some football? Hometown TV is back with live football and the game of the week. Friday night, area high school football with announcer Bob Recktenwald, bringing you the best in play-by-play. Visit hometowntv.net for schedule and show times. Plus, watch instant replay live from your mobile device, whether at the game or not, right here on K26 and XL7.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Well, we had to let Coach Mattox go. He has a science class. He has to teach at 8 o'clock. And
that's what he says.
He'll be pushing it hard to get there.
He got tired of talking to us.
Yeah, I think that's probably right. Let's talk 9th grade football, Scooter.
Oh, why you want to talk about 9th grade now?
Because you're whining?
9th grade actually had an outstanding game.
And made one of those long road trips to Dover, Arkansas. And if you don't know where Dover is, it's a little bit north of Russellville. And I mean a little bit north. What, 10 miles maybe?
Yeah, it's about, not even. I only think it's about 5 miles north of Russellville. Yeah.
There's no easy way to get there from here, I can tell you that.
No. And we lucked out because we pulled up and we had a few raindrops and get this little warning on my phone. I'm looking down and I mean there's a big, huge red cell just a mile from that field. And they're saying how bad the Russellville roads are flooded. I'm just like, I hope we don't get rained out. But it held out. It really did. It really did. The 7th grade played first. They did really well the first half. It was actually 0-0 going into halftime. I mean, both sides. And then Dover pulled ahead at the end and won it. But 9th grade, they come off that big win in Marion, which was an amazing step for them. And, so they had this adrenaline and this, they're psyched up and they're pumped up. We ended up getting the ball for the first to start the game, and they just dominated. They scored within there was only a handful of plays, and they scored, and that kind of set the tempo for the kids, and the excitement and everything was there. And the cool part is everybody got to play in that game. I mean, by the second half, they were rotating people in and making sure everybody had ball time, and it was just an exciting game.
Lots of yards made, several touchdowns. 28-0 was the final score, and the Bombers came home at midnight 30, and they were still excited about it.
They were all. You could see it's tired, and I hate those long, constant road trips because you can actually see it on the kids. When they get back, they are tired, they are wore out. There's, they got to keep up with the school stuff. There's just so much to do, but you don't hear one of them complaining. You can see they're tired. And
well, that step, it's part of it, and they're used to it because they've been doing it since the 7th grade, and it's just part of it. But it's exciting to know that we've got some wins behind us in the 9th grade, and we'll carry on.
Yeah, they were excited. Like I said, it was a good. They kept control. They never backed down. They just kept driving it, and even when they started substituting, you had some of the second strings and some of the ones that hadn't had a whole lot of ball time on the field, going out and making some amazing plays. I mean, everybody was fired up. Everybody was going to do their job, and
they got to do it and got it done.
Yeah. But as a team, the way they're moving is amazing. I mean, they really are moving together collectively now. Everybody's kind of in that same rhythm. I mean, you can kind of see the difference where, before it was just everybody was excited to play, but there wasn't that rhythm yet where everything's got to kind of flow into place for this play to work or whatever. And now you're seeing that develop, and it's really cool. It's really a change of the game.
And before you know it, the season will be over, and that'll be gone. I know. Start fresh again.
It's just how it goes.
So tonight in high school football, Mountain Home plays host to Pine Bluff. Mountain Home's 0-4 overall, and they're 0-1 in conference play. Pine Bluff comes in tonight from way down south. They're coming in 1-3 and 0-1 overall. West Memphis is going to Searcy. West Memphis is 2-2 in conference, and they're 4-0 in. I'm sorry. West Memphis is 2-2 in conference, playing Searcy, who's 4-0. Now that's a surprise. It hadn't been too long ago that Searcy didn't have that good of a program, and they were kind of a bottom dweller, and now they're top of the conference. Marion travels to Sylvan Hills. Both those teams are 1-3 in conference. Jacksonville is 1-3, and they go to Jonesboro, and Jonesboro's 3-1. Other schools around the area, Yellville is going to Harding Academy. I know that Yellville is 0-1 in their conference. I'm not quite sure what Harding Academy is. Marshall is playing host to Cedar Ridge. Mountain View is hosting Rosebud, and Salem is host to Rector. Rector's coming to Salem. So, going to be a busy night in this area for football. I do know that the Lady Bombers volleyball team went to Jonesboro and took a big loss to Jonesboro. They lost 3-0. Mountain Home overall, Mountain Home is second in conference in volleyball. Their overall record's 12-5-2. They're 8-2 in the conference, so they're sitting in the second place behind Jonesboro, who's the number one seat in the conference, and they are undefeated in the conference. So, actually, I think they're undefeated in their overall season. I think they're 19-0. I know we had a big week in tennis last week. The tennis coach was to be here. I'm trying to get them on the show next week. The golf teams, I believe the girls won their conference, and they went and played in the state. I haven't heard the results of the state match yet. I've got to call into Coach Husky to find out how that's going. But the golf dynasty continues to run, and I believe the tennis bunch did real well too. And we'll talk to them a little bit more during the week, get some news on that, and we'll recap that next Friday. Tonight, XL7 is going to be here at home. Woohoo!
Yes,
we get to be home.
I'm happy for that.
I also want to put a plug in, if it's okay and don't care. Paradise Cream at the West End of the Ramada Inn is staying open purposely for the fans that come in to watch the ball game. They will be open until 10 o'clock tonight.
And they said even later if they're full house.
If they stay busy, they'll stay
running.
open.
Yeah.
But I want folks to know that this gentleman that owns that is staying open for the fans of football to come and get some ice cream after yelling at the ball game. Come soothe your throat with some good ice cream. And took my family there last weekend. It's pretty good.
We went there. I think we got there right after you last week.
Yeah, I think we were walking across the parking lot because we parked next door, and you guys were pulling in their side. But
they've got, and just so you know, people, they've got something for everybody. They got non-dairy ice cream. They got vegan ice cream. They've got
gluten-free,
yep.
and stuff for lactose intolerance. And
he's got a variety to help make sure everybody gets a great experience.
And my son Robert says, try the habanero chocolate. The little old gal gave him a tiny spoon and said, here, sir, try this. And he said, well, how hot is it? Well, she said, no, it'll give you a little tingle on your tongue. And at the back of your throat, you'll feel a little bit more of a tingle. And he said, Dad, it was hot.
It was hot.
In fact, he's still talking about it. So
it's amazing you do that with ice cream.
Paradise Cream, the West End of the Ramada Inn here at Mountain Home. Go by and see them tonight after the ball game. Let them know that you heard it on XL7 TV and that you're a supporter of Friday Night Football. What else you got?
Well, that's pretty much it. We got wrestling off season that's going on right now. For those that are not in a sport and you're interested in wrestling, we do practice at the high school.
Let's mention this. Girls.
Yes.
The high school will have a girls wrestling team this year that is sanctioned by the AAA, so you'll be wrestling not only for your own honor, but you'll be able to wrestle in the conference tournament and the state tournament. Come out and learn as much as you can in the off season. Give it your all during the regular season. Wrestling is a lot different than what you see in the WWF.
Yes.
This is not
Yes.
WWF. I'm going to throw you off the top rail. This is good old-fashioned wrestling, and try it out. Even as a girl, try it out.
I agree, and like I said, it is a separate entity. We will be practicing together, but they will wrestle.
And girls will be wrestling girls, and boys will be wrestling
Yep.
boys. Up to this point, it's been a mixture of, which is uncomfortable for both of them, and everybody realizes that. But it had to get started some way. Now that it's sanctioned as its own sport, as a girls' sport, let's see if we can get some girls to come out and play with it.
I agree. I'm ready. Bring it on. Bring it on. Get them out there.
And that season will actually start just as soon as football ends, right?
Yep.
Okay, I think
We
we're
are out of
about
time.
to be out of time, and we'll see you Monday morning.